Hello again, everyone. Ageofdune here, and we are back for another League of Legends Shoutcast. This one actually has a lot of skins. The only unskilled one is Annie here. Breaking the mold, porn star Hecarim. Holy cow, that's crazy. That's kind of scary. Alright, I decided to go ahead and cast this particular game. I was looking for a game with King Trick here in it. That, as I'm sure a lot of you know, is Trick2g. He's one of the more popular Twitch TV streamers right now. I have been watching him a decent amount. He's honestly a really How is this paused? I think this is a regular ranked game, so I think that was just lag from the server or something. I don't know. But he's a really entertaining streamer that I've been watching quite a bit, so I wanted to go ahead and cast one of him. I actually tried to cast one just before this, but it was actually from a month ago, as Trick is not actually a pro. He's not recorded. All his games aren't recorded in pro replays unless he has a pro in them. So that one was a month old, and it was the fourth one on the list. So I was going to go for a Volibear game because I've really enjoyed watching that, but he's really good at Udyr as well, and I figured it would be worth it under the circumstances to go ahead and go for this, as it isn't a month old. The other game was just kind of lagging out my client, and there were strange icons here because totems didn't exist. So all in all, it just was not going well, so I went ahead and came into here instead. But for a lot of people who don't know, Trick2g, like I said, is a Twitch TV streamer, and he's pretty much famous in large part for his sub wars. Sub wars is when he and another streamer, sometimes it's Dyrus, sometimes it's Odd One, you know, it's just any streamer a lot of times, go ahead and they put together a fives team, you know, just for one little match based off of their subs. So they put together their subs, and that is their team. And then they go ahead and they go in a little battle, just one-on-one. First you've got the bronze versus the bronze, and then you've got the silver versus the silver, not one player on one player, but one team on one team. So they do that, and they just do it for the fun of it, and they go ahead and cast the game while it's playing and everything, and it's really entertaining to watch. So a lot of people like that, and that's really one of his biggest claims to fame, although that's not all of it. He's also well known for his, as he calls it, disrespect series, where when he gets to kill or anything, he likes to play music and have his character dance and stuff. Some people don't like him because of that, because they find it, you know, they take the name to heart, the whole disrespect thing. But honestly, from what I've seen watching his stream, it's not really meant so much as a disrespect for them. It's more just, you know, it's for his own benefit, not for to trash talk them or anything. It's actually really entertaining, and when he has seen people... Oh, hold up. We'll continue this talk in a minute. First, we have to see what happened down here. We did see Zyra die, and I want to see how. Annie does have a charge, or a stun charged up. And there we go. There's the stun, comes out from the Q. Ageofdune shifts in and does manage to get that kill pretty much instantly. And they really don't do anything to Ageofdune because he just bursted her down fast with the help of that Annie. We've got a gank coming in here on Katarina. Katarina was easily able to escape it, though. So, as I was saying before we were interrupted by the little battle there, from what I understand, in some of the sub wars, when his subs did go ahead and trash talk, not just regular his version of disrespect, but actually, you know, trash talk and, oh my gosh, you're bad. He talked to him and said, hey, don't do that. That's not okay. And honestly, I really like that. I like the fact that he, as a streamer, is taking the opportunity to go ahead and encourage good behavior. That, to me, is amazing, and it's also, it's good. I really, really appreciate that he's doing that. And the disrespect for him, like I said, it's minor things like the dancing. He doesn't go off and trash talk in chat. He doesn't do anything like that. It's just, you know, friendly banter and just little minimal things. He's coming in for a gank, forced her to jump away a little bit, but really didn't do much else. These guys are just kind of trading back and forth. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the players here. We've got me love myself playing Nasus. Well, that's a good thing that he loves himself. He's going to be against Riven, played by Nestus KT. In the mid lane, we've got Katarina, played by Brad Monk, versus Talon, played by Killicast. I know I've seen him before. Ooh. Okay, he's just counter jungling. For a second there, I thought he was circling around for a bit of a gank here, but no, he's not. All right, down in the bottom, we've got Lucian, played by Arceus. Oh, is he gonna die? No, he's gonna survive this. Versus Ezreal, played by Infinity Destinies. And then for supports, we've got Zyra, played by Impalio, versus Annie, played by Pornstar Hecarim, which is still disturbing. Oh my, gank from Trick2g came in here, did a little bit of damage to Riven, but there was really no ability for Nasus to follow up. So Trick2g goes ahead, smites the big minion, gets that little bit of lane tax, and he's trying to get out of this now. Elise came up here to go in on him as well, and he's forced to run away. He's going to be fine though. Going to get under the tower there. They may end up tower diving this, as Talon is also on his way up. There we go. They are going to go in for the tower dive. Going to try to go in on them now. Trick2g is almost dead. Down he goes, and I think Nasus is going to die here as well. Yes, he does indeed die. They got pretty close. Two people got really close to dying there, but neither of them actually died. And then down bottom, we also had another kill going in, where apparently Lucian, from the looks of it, killed Ezreal. I'm not sure exactly what happened. There we go. There's the root landing, and Lucian, okay, he went ahead and killed Annie. I only had about half a second to look at it. Ezreal's trying to take down the Zyra, does not manage to do so, and he's going to be forced somewhat back. Actually, Lucian is still going in on him, and he's getting pretty low here. Another couple shots, one shot, maybe two. No, he's going to escape this. Was able to use that E to get out of there, and he's going to be fine. And Nasus is teleporting back up top. That was one mistake I made in my single Nasus game for my channel that I actually uploaded a few days ago. For one thing, I was not really expecting it, and I allowed myself to be pressured into it, and I haven't really played Nasus that much. So, you know, I didn't have anything set up for him, so I went ahead and spent time doing my runes and masteries, and that resulted in me not really getting ideal runes masteries, and for that matter, summoning spells, as I ended up with Flash Ignite, which is not so good. Yeah, that was a somewhat painful game. Yeah. It was alright, though. It was alright. Wow, he actually took a lot of damage there. The Talon did get the kill on Udyr, so he does have that red buff, which means it's going to be a whole lot more nasty for that Katarina. Trick2g is actually in the jungle here. Annie came over to help him, and Elise was forced away, but I think she's going to be fine. She is indeed, and it looks like Zyra's going to go ahead and head back here. Annie's in this bush, taking down this red buff. Sorry, red ward, pink ward. But looks like she's actually being engaged on by the Elise now. Ezreal came to help, was able to force the Elise back. Oh no, Annie stuck around, so now I think she's going to die. Oh, she actually baited her out so that Ezreal could go ahead and take her down. And she's gonna die. She does indeed. Ezreal gets the kill. Not too bad. That ended up being a support for a jungle. But it definitely could have gone better had she not ended up dying. Oh well. Yeah, it happens. Katarina was forced back, which means Talon's going to get some damage on this tower. I don't think he's going to be able to take it, but he's definitely getting some damage on. On the plus side for the red team, they've got Nasus, who's a late game monster. They've got... I think Udyr's pretty strong late game too. Or really strong late game, because he gets pretty much unkillable. Kind of annoying to fight against. But he's doing really well. He's currently counter jungling here. Gonna go ahead and pull these red buffs, or yeah, red buff back, so he can go ahead and grab it without her knowing. And in she comes. She's gonna go ahead, go in. She does see them in that bush. Ooh, he got it. He did get it. She goes ahead and lands the stun on him, but it doesn't really matter. He's gonna run this way and run around in circles apparently. Actually, I think he's kind of baiting her out so that Katarina can get here. No? What's he doing? I think maybe he expects that Talon's on his way down. I don't know, but now he just took a tower shot. He's getting really low. Gonna go ahead and stun that Elise. In comes the Lucian, and he's in a lot of trouble here. He is Udyr, though, so he's pretty darn tanky. In comes the Katarina. Gonna go ahead and go in. Down goes Trick2g. Elise got really low there. She is gonna survive, so that did not go too well at all for them. Talon was top, and apparently decided to go ahead and go in on... What? How are they both so low? Alright, so there we go. Talon came in, went ahead and decided to tower dive Nasus, which is never a good idea. Out came that the Wither. So he took a long while to get out from under the tower. He's taking a lot of damage, and Nasus is now chasing him down. Uses that rake to slow Nasus down. Does Nasus get Wither? He does. Is he going to be able to take this down? Yes! He does manage to do that. Wait, we already knew that because I saw that. I don't know why I am surprised. But yeah, so not too bad. I mean, red team is only 1 kill behind. Had it not been for Nasus, they'd be a little bit further. But and now we've got the blue team coming back bottom. Oh, is that going to hit? No, it does not hit. Actually, how close did that get? I think he managed to jump over it just barely, but I want to see for sure. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, it actually would have missed her had she not jumped up. But I don't really blame her for jumping up, honestly. I'd be kind of afraid too. So, either way, she did get out of that alive. And that definitely puts them for a little bit in the lead. Actually, oddly, the red team is ahead on gold, which tells me that there's a CS difference here. A little bit there, actually quite a bit here. Almost twice the CS on Udyr from two times as much CS for Udyr than there is for Elise. He's now going in for this blue buff. Talon came over to help. In came Katarina as well. They're going in. Riven came in. They were able to go ahead and take that down. The smite comes out from Udyr, but he goes down to the Riven. So that is a double kill for the Riven. And that did not go for a good invade at all. Now the blue team is pinging Dragon here saying we should go get this. Oh my. There's a really close engagement down there. Is Ezreal? Yes, Ezreal gets that. And now he's going in on the Lucian. I think he's going to... No. Oh, wait. Oh, he gets him. Nice. Flash there, followed by the auto attack to finish him off. So he got a double kill out of that. The blue team does manage to go ahead and grab this mid tower, though. So that is the first tower kill of the game. And that right there puts them back in the lead for gold. On the plus side for the red team, I mean, that was their AD carry who just got that double kill. And that's exactly what you want to see. Elise is coming around behind and going to go ahead and put that cocoon onto Udyr. Not the best target, really. The Katarina is going to escape this with no problem, and Elise is going to go ahead and run away. Katarina is still trying to escape it, actually. She's going to walk this way. I'm not sure. Oh, managed to dodge that, or, you know, not get hit by it because she kind of juked a little bit. There you go. In goes the Talon. Down goes the Katarina. Yep, down goes the Katarina to the Ignite. In comes the Nasus, though. The Talon goes ahead and flashes over the wall. He is safe. And now Nasus and Udyr are going in here. Udyr goes ahead and flashes over the wall there, right into the middle of them. And I don't think he's going to be able to... No, he goes down too. So that didn't go well at all for him. He thought he was going to be able to go ahead and finish off that Elise, but that ended up not working out for him. And now the Nasus is a little bit out of position here. Riven's going in and doing quite a bit of damage. Out comes the Elise. He manages to dodge her stun, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Now he's just going to go ahead and stop there. But on the plus side, stuff's happening down bot that is for the red team's benefit. So that was a lot. Darn it. That was a lot of not so good stuff for the red team, but they did manage to go ahead and grab both Lucian and Zyra down here. So mostly evens it out. They still come out 1 kill behind from that engagement. Overall, they're 2 kills behind. But they're still only 0.6k behind, and now they're actually back up ahead thanks to this tower kill. So the bot lane right now is kind of carrying this team. Late game, we'll have to see what ends up happening, but for right now, it's definitely the bot lane carrying this. Nasus has done pretty well versus Riven top as well, to be fair. And now it looks like Trick2g is going to go ahead and go in on the dragon. Probably going to ward up here for a minute. Nope, just kidding. They changed their target to go ahead and grab this mid tower instead. Talon's down bottom, being engaged by Ezreal. Ezreal is walking the completely wrong way and gets hit by the ulti there. Annie comes in. She's going to go in and lands the stun on Talon, but she's going to go down because of it. She does indeed, but she did manage to save her AD carry, at least so far, which is exactly what you want. The question is, will he escape this? Talon is still coming, but so is Udyr. Udyr manages to land the stun. Katarina gets the kill there. Udyr's now trying to chase down the Lucian. Does manage to get the stun there. The ulti from Zyra comes out. The Lucian's getting really low. I think he's going to survive this. Now we've got the Katarina and the Udyr going in on the Zyra and the Elise. In comes the Nasus coming up from behind. Elise, I don't think, knows about it. Oh, man. Zyra's going to go down to Katarina here. Yes, she does. And Katarina managed to dodge the little auto attack there by the dead Zyra. So that was not bad on her part at all. And the blue team's going to go ahead and push this up to the tower. Night Blue. Oh yeah, I never finished that, did I? Alright. We've got Elise, played by Night Blue 3, who I've seen quite a bit on Odd One stream and everything else. He is a pretty well-known one right now. He ends up going down after he tried to counter Jungle Blue there and got a little bit caught out of position. Now Nasus is going to go in on the dragon. So I've seen a decent amount of Night Blue. He apparently is definitely a jungle main. Every time I see him, he's in the jungle, and he's actually somewhat competing for jungle with the Odd One, like I was saying. So we've got a jungle main versus a top or jungle main, because that's what King Trick here is. King Trick is almost always either top or jungle. I'm sure he does other roles as well, but I don't see them as much, and he definitely seems to enjoy those two roles the most. So he's going to be playing Udyr. He does have the super epic ulti skin of Doom, Spirit Guard Udyr, which is kind of cool to see. Oh my, these guys are a little bit out of position. Talon's coming in from behind. Gonna go in on Annie? Yes. And there's the ulti. She is getting burst down. Down she goes. Ezreal's trying to get out of this now. Elise is here as well. He jumps over there, and by doing so, pretty much negates the Lucian ulti. Dodges that stun there from Elise. Katarina came in, got the kill on Talon. It's currently a 2 versus 1. That wasn't too bad. It's currently a 2 for 1. If she gets that kill, it's going to be a 2 for 2. No, she is forced to retreat by the coming of Zyra. So it's still going to be a 2 for 1 as both Annie and Ezreal died. But at least they got the Talon thanks to that Katarina. And from the looks of it, they're probably going to get this tower as there's nobody here to defend it. And there's enough minions here to go ahead and take this down, I think. If not, it's going to be one-hittable. Now it's going down. Down it goes. So that is more global gold for the red team, and that is great for them. And yet again, I thought he was coming around for a little bit of a gank here, but apparently not yet. Oh, now here he comes. He is coming up from behind. There we go. Nasus used his ulti, going in on the Riven, gets ignited by Riven. Now he's walking away. She's going in on him, but now she sees Udyr coming in, lands that stun, and she is going down. Yep, down she goes, and Udyr ends up getting the kill. The Talon's coming up. I don't think it would be in his best interest to go in on this, though, as there is a stun there from Talon and, from Udyr, and honestly, Nasus is ridiculously tanky. But Elise comes in, lands the stun onto Udyr there. Now Udyr's in a little bit of trouble, but manages to flash over the wall. In goes the Talon onto Udyr, and he's got that shield, though, so he's going to be fine. And Talon's going to go ahead and fall back as Katarina did go MIA. But the towers are back to being tied again. Wait, no, just kidding. I lied. Or, you know, I was wrong. But I'm going to go with I lied. Because that one was the only tower that the blue team has gotten so far. Udyr and Nasus possibly coming down. Oh, she went deep here. Alright, what happened to her? There's the Ezreal ulti. She dodges that. And, oh, Annie's coming in from this side. There we go. Has that stun ready. And, okay, flash stuns, followed by the Tibbers, and she manages to get out of this with no problem. Tibbers takes a Zyra dead person hit, but it didn't really matter. But the blue team's converging down here, and it looks like they're going to go in on this. So Ezreal and Annie are yet again out of position. They're going to be seeing them right about now with these wards. But by this time, it's already a little bit too late. There's the stun there from Annie. Talon's actually getting really low. Manages to take down the Annie, and I think he's going to live. He does indeed. The ulti from Lucian came out, did a lot of damage there to Ezreal, who's now trying to get out of this. In comes the Katarina, going in on Elise, manages to save Ezreal. And now Lucian's in a lot of trouble here, goes down to the Ezreal and Katarina combo. So that was a very nice counter gank there by that Katarina. Ooh, wow, that did a lot of damage. That is an awesome skin. I like that skin. But that was a very nice counter gank by her indeed. Ended up turning that completely around. Oh, but she's gonna go down to the Talon. Actually, she went down to Zyra. Would have thought she'd go down to Talon, but nope, she ended up going down to the Zyra. And Nasus and Riven are going at it again up here. Nasus is up to the power level now, where he's probably going to be able to go one-on-one with her. He's got Frozen Heart, and he's got Ninja Tabby. He's got a lot of armor here, which means he's not going to be taking too much damage from her at all. And that Wither means that he's going to be really making it hard for her to escape. Yes, she's got those dashes, but they don't really take you that far, and Wither pretty much completely negates that. And yet again, Udyr coming around counter jungling here. No jungle farm for you, Elise. And really, the blue team is just kind of aimlessly running around. They're not really able to farm at the moment, as 2 of their towers are gone. They've got to be fairly cautious here. So, as of right now, they're not really having a good time of it at all. Ezreal's roaming through their jungle, doing some counter-jungling as well. Elise actually is counter-jungling Udyr. Gonna go ahead and grab that blue buff. Did manage to get that pretty much instantaneously. In comes Udyr. Annie's on her way up. There we go. Udyr's going in. Gonna get engaged on by these guys, but now they realize that they're a little bit out of position here. He's going in. There's the Ezreal ulti. Gonna go ahead and land. The stun lands from Elise onto Udyr, but he's got that bear stance to go ahead and get back to them. There we go. Talon jumps to Katarina, and the Elise jumps to her as well. Out comes the Katarina ulti. Really doesn't do too much, but in comes the Annie, who does have her stun up. The Talon goes ahead and ultis to get out of this. Elise is going to go down. She does indeed go down to Udyr, who gets his blue buff back, and Ezreal was able to get Lucian in that, which is interesting. Alright, so he was coming up this way. He saw the Lucian going in, did a little bit of auto attack, Q damage, and he was mostly able to burst the Lucian down pretty fast there. Oh, the flash. Oh, very nice E-flash, and now Annie's here to help. Lands the stun there on that Zyra, and down goes Zyra. Talon's still on the run. Nasus and Riven are currently duking it out top. Nasus is forced to fall back as he got low there, but Talon's going to escape this and go ahead and Q the blue that is not there. Riven just got another kill. So let's go ahead and watch this whole engagement then. Alright, so there is the ulti from Nasus, a little bit late, and the ulti comes out from Riven. Going to go ahead and get him down really low, as we saw, and he is choosing to go back here, which is a terrible decision, and he was apparently not paying attention, as she was able to get very close to him before he reacted at all, and just pretty much instantly melted there. So I have a feeling he decided to start going back and opened up his shop because he's like, I'm safe, I'm going to be fine. No, you're not. You're dead. You're dead, Jim. But that does mean that Annie and Udyr were able to get a decent amount of damage on this tower. It may end up going down. Riven got that top tower, and it looks like there's an ulti there from Ezreal going on to Talon. That was an unfortunate miss there by Night Blue. Did not manage to land that stun on Annie. Annie would be dead if he did, but Annie is actually alive thanks to that miss. And we've got Riven up here continuing to push. What she doesn't know is, well, she knows now because she just saw Udyr. But Udyr's coming up to go ahead and go gank her, but no, it's not going to end up happening. Going to go ahead and just ward up his jungle now. She's falling back. They're going to be fine. Blue team's going in on the dragon here. Ezreal's using his Q to check it out, say, hey, that's not okay. But the blue team's going to get that anyway. Zyra landed her stun there. Able to do a little bit of damage. In goes the Talon. Ezreal E flashes out of that ability, but he still ends up going down to Elise. So he tried his best to escape that. In comes the rest of the red team, though. Dodges that grab there from the Zyra, and Nasus goes ahead and withers Zyra. Going in, out comes the Lucian ulti, and we've pretty much got the entirety of the red team here. Everybody but Riven from the blue team, so it's a 4 versus 4 here. Doing a lot of damage. Katarina ulti comes out and just starts shredding people. And I think Lucian's going to get out of this. He's got a decent amount of health. Out comes Tibbers. Going to go ahead, go and land on the Zyra. Stun her there. She's getting really low. And he's going to go ahead and continue chasing her down. We've got Elise dying down there. And Katarina is still chasing, getting engaged on by Talon here. Now she's in a little bit of trouble. In comes Riven, stuns the Katarina. Nice. She goes ahead, uses that Zanya. She's still going to die, though. Down she goes, indeed, to that Riven. Which means it ended up being a 2 for 2. So, not really ideal. But in comes Trick again from behind. Gonna go ahead and go in on that Talon. Riven manages to take down the Annie. But Nasus and Udyr are here going in on them back. Talon's getting really low. Gonna go ahead and try to flash out of this. I don't think it's gonna happen. Riven's doing what she can to pop people up, stun them, everything else. But I would definitely say that we are about to see the end of Talon. Goodbye, Talon. Indeed, we do. So that ended up being a 3 for 3. Wait. Yeah, 3 for 3. And they're saying, hey, watch out. Don't go in on Riven. And honestly, that's a good idea to not go in on Riven. She's pretty darn nasty. She's got Last Whisper, Brutalizer. She doesn't have Bloodthirster, which is fairly normal on her. From what I understand, I don't know if it's still the case. I know back when I used to play her a lot it was, so I have been building it now. But I'm not really sure if I'm doing it right exactly. Oh my, Trick just got caught out. Nice! I think... Wait, did he get that or no? No, he did not. It was actually her smite. I thought it was his smite. It was not. And Ezreal's trying to get this tower down, but he is being flanked here. In goes the Elise, gonna go ahead and go in on him. He's going in a little bit on her. In comes the Lucian as well. She lands that cocoon, and down goes the Ezreal to Elise. So, Riven's down bottom, gonna go ahead and go take this tower down as well, or at least try to. She's ripping apart the minions at the moment, doing what she can to the tower, and it is indeed gonna go down, which is going to put the tower kills tied again for both teams. Talon's instantly bursting Annie there, came in for that little gank, and she just died. Not much you can do when you're Annie, and that guy comes in behind you. And we actually have the blue team coming around here for Baron, which is kind of risky. Udyr's coming in, gonna go ahead and push him back, and the back pings come from the blue team, but Udyr's still coming in. Down goes the Zyra to the Katarina, and they're continuing to chase this. The Lucian's gonna go down as well. The Talon's up here running back that way, and the ping comes out from the red team. Says, hey, let's go ahead and go in on this dragon. Udyr's still chasing Elise. She goes up in the sky, jumps to Katarina, but she's still going to go down to this. Udyr's tanking the tower, and it's Udyr, and he's ridiculously tanky. Now they're going to get this tower. In comes Talon. You're probably going to go in. Oh, nice. Out comes the Zhonya's Hourglass from Katarina there. Talon does manage to go ahead and take her down. And now we've got Udyr and Nasus both going in. There we go. Talon trying his best to go ahead and take down that Udyr. Got him pretty low, but it does not end up happening. Uses that rake, so Nasus is slowed. If Nasus can get in range for a Wither, this guy's dead. But I don't think Nasus is going to be able to do that. He does not have... Well, he's got level 2 boots, but so do... Actually, Talon has boots of mobility. So yeah, Talon is out of this with no problem whatsoever. And it looks like Ezreal's in a world of hurt down here. He's going to go ahead and die as well. How did they catch him exactly? Oh, he came in here for Riven. I don't think he got her. Nope. Took a couple tower shots there. In comes the Zyra. Going to go ahead and get a little bit of damage to the plants. He's going to go in on her. And out comes her ulti, CCing him just in time for Lucian to get here. And he's going to go down to the Zyra. The Zyra got the kill. Interesting. And we've got Nasus coming down here to go ahead and push this lane back. Udyr's coming... I don't know what he's doing exactly. Probably going to come in for another invade. He does that a lot. He is a very, very aggressive jungler. And yeah, he is indeed coming in. Going to go ahead and go in on her. Do a little bit of damage to her. The Annie was trying to go ahead and flank there, but she was picked up by the ward. And Elise is going to get out of this. She's going to go in, lands that stun there on Annie, who instantly melts. Now we've got Nasus going in, going to go try to take down the Elise. Does not end up happening. And they're going to get out. Udyr's going in on the Riven, or being attacked by the Riven. In comes Katarina, though. Melts that Elise, jumps over, takes down the Lucian, gets that double kill. Riven's on the run. Zyra's on the run. Zyra's going to go down here. Katarina has this kill. Yes. Triple kill there. They did manage to take down the Udyr, but Riven's on the run now, and I think she's going to try to take down Nasus before she dies because she knows she's not going to be able to live through this. She does indeed manage to take down the Nasus, but that's a quadra kill for Kate, which is terrible news if you're on the enemy team. Anybody who's played against a really good Kate knows once Kate starts getting fed, you're going to have a really bad time, unless you've got hard CC, which admittedly the pop-up from Zyra is able to stop her, and I think Riven's stun is as well. I'm not sure about the cocoon from Elise, however. Actually, is it a snare or is it a stun? Right, she has to be in the right form. Oh, never mind. Stuns. Okay, so I think that does indeed interrupt Katarina. However, she has to land it on Katarina while Katarina's in the middle of ulting, and that's a little hard to do. By a little, I mean a lot. So there we go. Red team says, hey, watch out. Blue team is apparently coming in here to go in on Baron, or thinking about it. And now... Oh, Annie's going to get this ward. She does get the ward, gets stunned there by the Elise, but in comes Katarina going in, bursting down instantly that Zyra, and now Elise is on the run. Annie tried to nab with the ulti there, missed it, and she's gonna go down to the Zyra plant, which gives the blue team the opportunity to go ahead and go in on Baron, but they're gonna be forced to fall back by Udyr and Ezreal. In comes the Nasus teleport, and the blue team is again on the run. Lucian's all the way down bottom. The stun comes out from Zyra, lands on the Ezreal, so she is going to escape this, but Talon's now on the run, going up through the river, and I'd say he's going to be fine. He is indeed. And... alright, so, you know, red team's back in the lead for kills. They're still ahead in the, well, back in the lead, I guess, technically, for the assist, or the gold as well. One thing I'm kind of curious about, I noticed that gold values over time. In one of the tournaments, I saw, by the way, they just got the dragon. I saw that they had that in there, but I'm not sure if that was something from the tournament or something that's actually in the league client. I think it was something that they created. But if not, I'd like to figure it out. I'll go ahead and do some testing, try to see if I can find something that goes ahead and shows that. But I'm pretty sure it was specifically for that tournament, unfortunately, because I don't think I've ever noticed it in any of the regular tournaments by Legal or by Riot themselves. They're going in on this Nasus. Not so good of an idea. Nasus is ridiculously tanky. And he's got that ghost, so he's running away. Gonna go ahead and wither there. And no, he's gonna go down. Didn't even use his ult. Or did he use his ult? No, he didn't use his ult. I guess he figured he was dead either way. And there's the ping from the blue team saying, hey, let's go ahead and get this dragon. Nah, it's gone. I will say one thing that kind of makes me crazy when you are spectating a game is that you can hear the click-click of text going through. You know, somebody's talking, but you can't see it. And we've got another engagement here, 4 versus 2. Down go, actually the Riven going down to Ezreal there. I didn't even notice him. Let's go ahead and watch this whole thing. Slow it down some. Go ahead and make it be this. There we go. They're going in on Udyr. I didn't notice the Annie here, I guess. But Udyr gets grabbed there by that. In goes the Riven. Gonna go ahead and try going towards Ezreal. Out comes the Annie, stunned pretty much instantly. And that gives Ezreal the opportunity to go ahead and burst down Riven before she bursts him down. Now he's kiting the Elise away, dodges her cocoon, and she's being forced to run down. Down she goes to that Q. The ulti comes out from Zyra, manages to shove them both in the air. But now Katarina's here. The E comes out, and down goes the Zyra to Ezreal as well. And Udyr's going to go ahead and tower dive this Lucian. Not much the Lucian can do about it. There we go. Katarina going in and instantly bursts down the Lucian. So not a bad engagement there at all. 3 kills for the Ezreal versus 1 and 1 for the Katarina. And nobody on the red team died whatsoever. Talon was able to get that tower, but he just traded that for a pretty much dead team, a tower, an inhibitor, and there may be another tower killed, but I kind of doubt it. Oh, they're going to go this way. Can't do anything to this tower quite yet. There's the Ezreal ulti, going to go ahead and get rid of a lot of these minions, and we do actually see the red team going in on this tower up here. Talon was able to go ahead and burst down the Ezreal. Oh, the Zonya's again, but I think she's still dead. In comes Annie, goes in and lands the stun. Is she going to be able to do it? Oh, he does not die because of his lifesteal there. Very nice by him. He was able to jump into battle just before he died, grab that life with lifesteal, and escape this. Now Udyr is in a little bit of trouble. I don't think he's going to go down there. It is Riven, and Udyr's a little bit faster than Riven. But it does mean that the red team, or blue team, is going to go ahead and go in on the Baron here. The red team knows about it because they just took down that ward, and it means that they're going to be, the red team's here to contest at least a little bit. There we go. Nice grab there by the Zyra. Rooted that just long enough, and that meant that the Elise did manage to go ahead and grab that kill. Nasus came in to try to grab it, but it didn't end up working. Riven took him down, and Udyr is forced to go ahead and fall back. So that is a Baron and a kill for the blue team. Not so good for the red team. Red team's going to have to play defensively now, as otherwise they're kind of hurting. Talon's going to go ahead and grab this tower with 1 hit, And all but one tower is down on the outside of this little wall here for the red team. Whereas the blue team still has both top and bottom. Katarina's pushing bot, and she may end up being able to take the tower. I kind of doubt it though, as there's a ping from the blue team saying, hey, we should go stop her. So I have a feeling she's going to get converged on very shortly here. And no, she's going to go ahead and run this way. Riven's coming in, gets picked up by the ward, and Katarina says, oh crap. Does she have another ward to jump to? She does. Goes ahead and uses her totem there, jumps to that ward, gets out of this with no problem whatsoever. And she's going to survive. And apparently Dragon's about to respawn. Whatever happened to the Dragon respawn timers? Oh, there it is. 2 minutes from now. So they were here a little bit early. Ask and you shall receive, huh? I was wondering why they were converging down here. I thought, you know, they're converging around Dragon. Dragon would be up. But no. Respawn timers are still here, so I guess they were just converging for no real reason. Right now, they're just kind of walking around farming it up. But yeah, if you do end up getting bored sometime and you want to go ahead and take a look at a stream, I definitely recommend Trick2g. He's a really good streamer, and he's very entertaining with the way he plays. Oh, nice! In goes the Katarina. Manages to burst down Zyra, but she goes down to Talon, actually, because of it. Used that Zhonya's Hourglass, but it was not enough to save her. And up top, we had Nasus get engaged upon by Riven. Elise is here to stop Udyr. Udyr actually didn't even come to try to help. Out comes the ulti there from Nasus, and he is just trying to run away. And Udyr came back this way, as I guess he figured that Udyr was going to, or that Nasus was going to run that way. But Nasus did not run that way, so Udyr came down to try to help that. Did not end up working. He's going to go back, and his teammate is dead. So that was a 2-for-1 overall. Not so good for them. And now that puts blue team not quite in the lead, but they're only 100. Oh, now they're in the lead. Yep, they just got a couple kills on the minions, so they're back in the lead now. Only by a little bit. And, you know, they're pretty much dead even right now, which is kind of strange given the fact that the blue team actually has more towers. Oh, man, nice stun there from the Annie. And the Lucian's getting really low. He's going to go down. Yes, he does indeed, to the E auto attack from Ezreal. Ezreal barrier flashes out of that, which counteracts that stun or that damage there from Talon. Ooh, nice flash or EQ there from Ezreal. He's going to go down, but managing to take down that Talon beforehand, which was very good on his part. Nasus is down here, just kind of menacing the Zyra a little bit. Now the now he's going to get engaged on by Elise. He's trying to walk away from this. In comes Katarina, going to go in on... Oh, there's the Zyra ulti. Pops up, so Elise is now the only one here. And Cocoon comes out, lands on the Katarina. It's not really going to do any good, though. She flashes to get out. The Udyr still chasing, lands that stun on Zyra. Zyra's getting low now. In comes Katarina. Ulti comes out, does a lot of damage. Down goes the Zyra. Elise is still up. Went ahead and used that ability to get over here. In comes Udyr. She's going to try to take down the Katarina. Nope. There's a Zhonya's. In comes Riven, though, who is back up. Going to go ahead and take down that Katarina. Now Udyr's on the run. He is Udyr. Udyr is tanky. Do not go in on Udyr. You cannot take Udyr. There's the shield. He's going to get out of this with no problem. So they managed to take down those two for her. So that puts them back in the lead. They are now at 66.6k to 64.2. And Dragon's back up again. This is, I like games like this where it's very back and forth. You know, you never quite know who's going to win because there's no clear leader. I mean, in some ways, Red Team's been ahead for a lot of it, but at the same time, you know, they really haven't. So, it's pretty entertaining this way. Red Team, we actually see 2 of the totems here got upgraded. Nasus went ahead, upgraded his totem to a greater vision totem so he could place down the pink wards. And Annie went ahead and got the Oracle's lens there. Go ahead, give her that 10 seconds of Oracles so she can go ahead and clear wards. Which is good on her part. So back pings there from the red team. Oh no, it might have actually been both teams. I know I saw one there and one there. I think there was also the blue team saying, Talon, walk away, please. But now, oh, nice flash stun from Annie. Elise just got caught there. She's getting low, about half health. In comes the Ezreal. Riven went in, actually Lucian went in, sorry. Down went the Lucian almost instantly. Katarina managed to go ahead with the help of Ezreal, take down the, oh, you know what, hold up. I am not able to keep up at this speed. Let's slow this down a bit. Holy cow. Alright, there we go. Lucian's getting engaged on. Katarina ulti takes him down. Down he goes, and Katarina does end up getting the kill. She jumps up here, going in on the Elise. Elise goes up. Ezreal takes down the Zyra up there, and Katarina's waiting for Elise to come back down. Elise does indeed come back down, and I think she's going to go... No, she doesn't go down. The Riven, I think, actually killed... I don't know. Elise got the kill there, but down goes the Riven. Ezreal's just mopping everything up here. Ezreal just got 2 kills. Katarina isn't even showing up because she's dead now, but... She got 1 kill. Trick is still chasing the Elise here. In goes the Elise. Ooh, Ezreal ulti. Gonna get that last kill there for Ezreal. Talon is top. Managed to get that inhibitor, but he's being menaced by Nasus here. Used cleanse on that Wither, but Nasus has Ghost. So I don't think he's gonna get out of this. No. Wow, that does a lot of damage. How many stacks does he have? 363. Not bad. And now we've got the red team down here, and it looks like they're thinking about ending this. The only one even close to being up, well, 2 actually, are Zyra and Lucian. Both of whom can pretty much get bursted down by this team. Trick is doing his best to tank these towers. He's really low. He may end up going down to Lucian. In goes Zyra, misses the root there, and he goes down to Lucian. Ezreal gonna go ahead and take down Zyra, ease out of this, trying his best to get away from Lucian. Barrier comes out and he takes down the Lucian as well. And he's on the run though from the Riven. They got both towers. This is pretty much GG. Towers are the Nexus is completely undefended right now. And red team definitely has a huge lead right now. Well, not gold-wise. I mean, they're only 7k ahead gold-wise. But overall, you know, having that Nexus is huge. I think he's actually doing his disrespecting right now, doing a little bit of dancing there. He is indeed. But he's going to get out of this. Talon's doing his best to chase him down, but nope, it's not going to end up happening. Udyr is a little too fast for that. He's going to get out of this with no problem. Blue team pings on Baron, so it looks like they may end up going for this. Nasus is up top, just pushing the wave up here, and it looks like the blue team is not going to follow through on the Baron. And they might have just been pinging to say, hey, go ahead and ward this, as we don't want red team to go and get it. But as of right now, neither thing has happened. They have neither taken Baron nor have they warded it. But there we go. Riven's on her way up now. There we go. There's the ward, and it was just a ward ping. But the red team is converging on Baron now. Trick is down pushing bot. Gonna go ahead and split push while his team possibly goes in on Baron here. There, out comes the ability there from Annie. Gonna go ahead and clear that ward. In goes Talon, bursts down Annie almost instantaneously. He got really low himself though, and Ezreal just took a lot of damage there. Got shut down by Riven. In goes Katarina, ripping apart Zyra, but oh nice. She jumped over the Riven and managed to go ahead and finish her off as well. And sudden Zonya's hourglass. I like that the rest of the blue team was saying, hey, Talon, go ahead and do this. But honestly, not so great of an idea. As soon as Udyr saw them going in here, he just ran right by the towers. He says, you know what, this doesn't even matter. I'm going in on the Nexus. Nexus is completely undefended. There's no reason for me not to. So he's going to go ahead, go in on this. Lucian's doing his best to stop it. Nasus said, no, I'm going to help this. In came the Elise, in came Riven, and Nasus and Udyr were able to go ahead, take down the Nexus for the victory. So that is going to be the end of this game. I really do like to watch Trick2g. This particular game, he didn't get a ton of kills, which a lot of times he does. But in this game, you know, he was more of an assist king, but he did pretty well, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and be sure to check him out if you haven't already. Again, some people say he's a little bit rude for their tastes or something, but keep in mind it's mostly all in good fun. It's all in good fun, and he doesn't do it, to the people actually playing the game. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.